Alan here, the Urban Arcade, and this is my Resident Evil 2 random stories. Now you must brace yourself because this is probably going to be my longest video I've ever made. And as usual, this is not a review, it's just me talking about the game. You get a lot of people reading from a Wikipedia page, but that's not me. I literally want to tell you the stories and experiences I had growing up with this game, playing it when it was first released, so I think it's a bit more fresh that way. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you can sit back and listen to me talking for 30 odd minutes about my experiences of Resident Evil 2. Now the year is 1998. I'm playing the PlayStation as my console of choice, still playing games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but more on the 3D level of games that have taken over. Action adventure games, Tomb Raider being my favourites, but I was never into horror games, although I did hear of Resident Evil 1. You couldn't escape it, it was everywhere in school. So I completely missed Resident Evil 1. There was these magazines called the Official PlayStation Magazine, monthly releases that came with a demo, so you got to try a list of games. Now that was probably the only way I'd ever play Resident Evil 2, and yes, you bet ya, Resident Evil 2 came along with one of the issues. So not playing the original Resident Evil, I thought it was completely pointless. But it was there. The main focus of this magazine and demo was obviously Resident Evil 2. So I went through playing every game on the demo disc, completely skipping Resident Evil 2, until one day I played them all and decided, hey, let's just give it a go. Straight away I didn't know what to expect. I didn't like things scaring me too much. I watched a lot of horror movies, but found this a little hard to get into. And as soon as I started, I noticed there was a timer. A timer? Really? Wow. Now that's what I call exclusive. But after playing through it one time, I started to notice I really liked it. Seriously, I went through it about 20 times in one day, trying to see if you could get further, if you could glitch the timer. Weirdly enough, you can't. There was no such way. Once that timer ran down, it was game over. And it was heartless too, because you would be playing, enjoying yourself, and all of a sudden a minute to go, the timer would go red. And then when the timer did run out, it said you died. Come on, that was spiteful. But despite all that, I said to my dad, I need this game. It's brilliant. I even showed him actually liking it, which was surprising considering he only liked beat 'em ups. Being none the wiser about Resident Evil 1, I then found out later on in the years that Resident Evil 2 was heavily delayed. Resident Evil 2 was originally cancelled after a year's worth of development, that long, for them to have an incomplete game and completely scrap it all to remake it, to go over everything. They weren't happy with it. There does now exist a playable version. It's quite bad. You can see people are still working on it. A lot of screens don't work. But it's so strange. I remember seeing screenshots of that on early magazines saying Resident Evil 2. Who would have thought after all these years you're playing a game that was only screenshots that was completely cancelled to now you're actually able to run along them screens, going through doors. It's such a strange concept, and props to the people that worked on it for all these years. One day there'll probably be a complete version, but it doesn't matter to me. It was nice to actually run about on it just to have a look, hear the different music or different sound effects, see what they were planning. I did notice a few weird things along the way too. And Resident Evil Director's Cut came with a playable demo of Resident Evil 2. And this was due to the cancellation and delay of Resident Evil 2. The little demo that came with it I managed to play after playing Resident Evil 2, so it was nice going through it, seeing the changes they made. Seeing different animations, hearing different sound effects, there was even different locations. I mean, when you collected bullets, the picture that you saw of Tony's arm handgun bullets was different, the gate was sealed off, Leon's picture was different. I mean, there was even a different location to the police station, instead of getting in the bus and coming out the other side, and you didn't see that wounded cop. This was one of the first rooms you walked into in the police station, and there was no longer a storage box, and the blood was a brighter colour of red. You would then get shot at, but you didn't know who it was until you turned round to discover it was Ada Wong. You didn't get to see her face as it blacked out before you could. And that was the end of the demo, only wanting you to play it more. I can imagine that if you first played it as well, and it would tease you to say to be continued. Now shortly after, my dad managed to get me an NTSC version of the game, And along with that, I remember in Blockbuster, during the release of the game, they had this Leon and Claire cardboard standee. And I really wanted it. I asked the guy if I could have it. He said come back in a month's time because it was POS in there. So it was point of sale. It was something they were showing the game off. After that month's time, he did let me have it. Only for me to have to carry it almost 2 miles home in the blistering heat. As well as it being really heavy. It also had a mini advertisement for a Resident Evil controller. Yes, a Resident Evil controller. And it got me into guns. Preferably the Magnum. And I had figurines of Resident Evil, so many things back then, so many toys and gadgets. I now loved Resident Evil. And the game itself came with 2 discs, one with Leon's story, the second disc, Claire's story. Now let's get started with the story, shall we? We'll start with Leon, a rookie cop on his first day. Now I was quite surprised to see as soon as he got there, shit hit the fan. I mean zombies came from all angles. And he first meets Claire Redfield. He saves her life instantly by shooting a zombie in the head. And then onto the initial gameplay. As soon as I played it, I was raring to get to the police station, as I'd played it so many times and couldn't progress because of the timer on the demo. Throughout your travels you would come across survivors, weird locations, weird events, and that's what I loved about this game. It always kept you on edge. And with this crazy guy that you met, I thought he was going to be a guy that carried on throughout the game with you. Only for him to talk for a bit, you search his store and he gets slapped up by some zombies, even shooting one of their arms off. You can stay around, shoot the zombies and take his shotgun, but you cannot save him, even if you leave the room. Oh, I wonder what happened to that poor guy. Probably didn't pay his bill. And yeah, do you remember this little gate at the end of the police station if you look through it? Yeah, it's the same gate that's on Resident Evil 3. The one that Jill Valentine goes through when she first encounters the Nemesis. That's craziness. You couldn't ever go through there though. And did you know on Resident Evil 2, if you started a new game without collecting any items on normal mode, run all the way to the underpath, you would find Brad Vickers. Yes, the underpath of the police station. It takes 30 shots to kill this guy though, so be warned, make sure you stock up. Brad Vickers is the guy that drops the rocket launcher down from the helicopter in Resident Evil 1, so you then destroy the tyrant. You come across him in Resident Evil 3, and he's not doing so good. I felt so bad for him. He's a nervous wreck. You have to help him a few times too. That doesn't seem to do much, and I think originally Jill pities him. I mean, look at the poor guy. He's one of the first victims of the Nemesis. As you're about to enter the police station on Resident Evil 3, he's stressed out about something, only for your first glimpse of the Nemesis. He then grabs poor Mr. Brad and slaughters him. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He's always bullied. You even take his wallet afterwards to get his ID card in Resident Evil 3. So, that's how he ended up underneath the Raccoon City Police Department underpath. Maybe Capcom didn't like him. I mean, look at this picture. What does it remind you of? Yeah, Street Fighter 2, Sagat holding Dan. Horrible, another bullied character. So once you empty 1,000,000 bullets into him, you'll then receive a special key that unlocks a locker in the first save room you come across. And inside that locker you'll find 2 outfits for Leon. And you know what's weird? I always thought the first outfit you get to choose, with the skull on the back, is one of the best ones. He holds his gun at the side. I didn't like this one too much though. Oh look, I shot the screen. And with Claire you get this really nice leather jacket and a Colt Single Action Army revolver. Now I found this to be a really decent gun. I don't know why, it was just something about it. Maybe it's the way she cocks it after every shot and then reloads it by emptying all 6 bullets. It looks like I've gotten a bit sidetracked, sorry about that. Well, you enter the police station for the first time, and it's such a weird atmosphere. You would expect it to be busy, full of zombies, full of desperate people, but no, it's completely empty. And that only added to the atmosphere. It terrified me straight away. I also love the music on this game. Now the first person you meet in the police station is a wounded cop called Marvin. He then tells you to leave and then gives you a key card. And I remember the first time I saw this licker walk past the window. I didn't know what the hell it was to see these weird camera angles all of a sudden. I was terrified. I didn't run, I slowly, casually walked. I didn't know whether to turn or not. I didn't know what to do. I could hear a dripping sound and saw a decapitated cop on the floor. I thought, fuck this, I'm out of here. Well, I ended up facing my fears in the end. I mean, it was the only way you could go. I was looking to jump out of the nearest window. You then get to see the liquor in all its glory for the first time. I was terrified of it. Now I know it only takes 2 shotgun shells, but I didn't want to fight this thing. I just ran past it. And I also started to regret entering this police station. This ain't safe at all. This ain't a safe haven. Get me the hell out of here. With all this carnage, there was a place you could go for sanity. A place you could go where the music made you feel calm and nothing could get to you. The save rooms. Oh, that music still makes me feel safe. This was where I went to replenish my life. Seriously, I was stressed out and sweating. You also had a storage box so you could store stuff, because as you could see, you couldn't carry too much, for an extent of time anyway. There was also an element of puzzle solving on this game, which I was used to in most games and I liked it. It wasn't too heavy either. There was little casual Easter eggs, little references to other characters that I knew nothing about at the time, considering I played Resident Evil 2 first. Great. I went around this game exploring everything, and there was this replica gun on one desk that I really wanted to grab and couldn't understand. Just pick the thing up. I know it's a replica, I want to see what it's like. And you got to see this badly superimposed set of pictures. Well, this one wasn't so bad, but it was of the other STARS members. Again, people I knew nothing about at the time. And I don't know how bored I was, whether I found this out by a magazine. I think it was. But if you search this desk 50 times, yes, 50, my god, you would find a roll of film that you could then develop in that save room. There was a dark room in there. If you checked and walked through, you would have seen it. To be honest, I didn't trust any location in this place. The save rooms, yeah, but that was a bit off-putting having that little dark room in there. Scared me in a way. A weird way. I don't know what was the worst that could have happened. You could have developed pictures? I don't know. Don't blame me. I was terrified and a little kid. This was my first horror game. You would then develop a really bad superimposed picture of Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 1. And this was my first jump scare of Resident Evil 2. I literally jumped off my bed across the other side of the room. You then get to meet up with Claire as well, so you get to see how she's doing. If you've forgotten Claire, yeah, you were separated. Again, some more puzzle solving, which again was light, so I didn't mind it too much. And later on you come across some flesh-eating crows. Yeah, a jump scare to flesh-eating crows. What next? Crows? Oh my god. I'll just go through this door. Hopefully it's safer on the other side. What the hell? I'm getting sick of this. I should just reset this game. It's too much for me. I can't trust nowhere. Oh, Marvin. Thank God you're alive. How you doing, mate? Not saying much, eh? Huh? You're standing. You're better. Your wounds have healed? What the hell? Marvin? You're going all purple. I don't like this party trick. Marvin, what the hell are you doing? Marvin, what the... Ugh! Ugh! God, I didn't have time to get out of that. Take some bullets. Yeah, it was kind of sad having to put him down. At least you put him out of his misery, poor guy. Well, I wonder what's next. You know, we've had zombie eating crows. What the hell? Dobermans? Zombie Dobermans? Seriously? And they scared me more than anything. They were so fast and flexible. They could jump. Ugh. A gunshot. Oh. So this is how you originally meet Ada Wong. She tells you she's looking for her boyfriend, John. Yeah, I know the story about it on Resident Evil 1. You know, John's password being Ada. You know, I played through them afterwards. Oh well, you then help her out to push a truck to reveal a door. And you know what? You meet this lovely guy called Ben. He deserves to get slapped up one day. He's so arrogant. We can hope. You get to play as Ada for a short time as well. And again, a bit of puzzle solving to get a key for Leon, and if you're lucky, some shotgun shells. But it was nice to mix it up a bit. I mean, I completely did not expect to play as Ada, but then I didn't expect to see zombie crows, so what do I know? And yeah, the first time I entered the morgue. I mean, come on. A morgue full of corpses. Yeah, I don't trust this place. I've wanted to... Oh, okay. I just wanted to leave this place straight away. I felt so uneasy being here, just walking around. I didn't trust anything. I thought they were going to come alive at any second. Oh, what did... Again, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I can't take this. This is too much. This game is too scary for me. Again, I plucked up the courage, along with a shotgun in my hands, and took them zombies out. Have some of this. Oh, I missed, but have some of this. Okay, how about a headshot? I'm good at headshots. Look. Oh, I missed again. Headshot. Headshot. Reload first. Headshot. I was going insane, I think. Oh well, at least I had a powerful gun to take these zombies down. Zombie hordes, die! Oh, the first time you come across the good old Desert Eagle. And yeah, it was called a Desert Eagle back then. This is what made me love that gun, and I'm sure a lot of other people too. The name of this gun changed in all the other Resident Evil games. I wonder why that was. Maybe copyright infringement. Possibly. But it was always my favourite in movies and games afterwards, because you knew it was safe. You had a Desert Eagle, you were the man. Oh, what the hell? Oh, you're kidding me. So I've killed all these zombies for nothing? This game's hard enough as it is, and now it's only starting to get rough. I mean, what did I do to deserve this? Is there a way of closing them shutters? Yeah, there is. But you'll only find it out later on. Oh, Ben. Oh, poor Ben. Yes, Ben, I'm talking to you. Well, he gets slapped up by William Birkin. I don't know what he put in his mouth. As a parasite that does come out. Oh, look. The eye's watching you. You then go back to visit Ben to see how he's doing. And, yeah. He dated. And then you just see this parasite run past you. And that's one of your first bosses. It's puking out these things. And they're crawling all over you if you let them. So your best chances are to shoot them if you can. Because they'll drain your health quicker than this guy can. So make quick work of them with your shotgun, and as you can see, I'm a superb shot. You know, my headshots and shots in general are brilliant. Get these things off of me. At least they can't poison you, but I hate that. Reminds me of face huggers. Oh, Annette Birkin, yeah, William Birkin's wife. Ada tries to ask her something, she shoots Ada. Leon gets shot. I guess she didn't want to answer any of your questions. Ugh, zombie cockroaches now. Get lost. You catch up to the trigger-happy Annette Birkin, and she tells you a bit about the story, tells you what's going on, so you understand a bit more about it. It's quite a good story too. They try and retrieve the sample, wounding William Birkin. He then injects himself and becomes a nutter. Yeah, he slashes everyone up. And I love this little cutscene. I wanted to play as one of them guys. I mean, look at them. They're awesome. They've got MP5 machine guns, they've got gas masks, and they are... oh, yeah, they're all dead. Perfect. You then see how it spread through rats, like the plague. Ada gives her a slap, literally, she gets a slap off Ada, and she falls down into the water. Enjoy a drink, love. Oh my god, they're not just normal spiders, they're giant spiders. If you're scared of spiders, you would have been then. What the hell was that? Well, we're all safe now, we can relax and chill. I'm going to take a ride. Nothing can get us in this big steel box. Oh my god. That's what I mean. This game scared me and kept me on my toes. You was never safe. Custom parts, eh? Yeah, it took me ages to figure that out. Oh, sorry Ada. At least you took the hit. You then go outside to fight a mutating William Birkin. It's like every time you shoot at him or do something to him, he gets stronger. He grows another head. And I want to shoot that bloody eyeball. And them claws. And yeah, he's a scary teddy bear. I was terrified of him. The way he chased after you and the way he walked, he was so horrible. You leave Ada to get some rest while you get this place lit up. Literally by setting the power on. And you'll need to get a fuse. The room where you get the fuse used to make me freeze to death. Especially in winter. I don't know why I'm like that with games. If it's cold on the game, I feel cold. If it's hot, I feel hot. That's just me, I guess. I'm slightly weird like that. Okay, so let's go and find out what the hell. Zombie plants. What the hell are these? Oh, you can kill them with fire, rockets, grenades. Yeah, die. Kill it with fire. Yes. You then get to see mutated claw lickers. Tougher, but I've got a Desert Eagle. Have fun. And that's what I loved about this game, the weapons. You would find custom parts to make them stronger. Like your original handgun. And your normal shotgun. And the Desert Eagle, motherfucker. And also, the Desert Eagle was my weapon of choice. I mean, look, you would take zombies' heads off instantly and it could pretty much kill everything. You could customize your handgun to be auto-fire. Customize your shotgun to blast loads of multiple holes into everything, including the screen. You could also customize your Desert Eagle. I mean, come on, look at this. A 10-inch barrel. I even get a headshot here. Boom! Headshot. Claire's weapons weren't as satisfying, as you did get your pistol, a crossbow and a grenade launcher that came in multiple flavours. Yes, I said flavours. And a cattle prod, I guess. The giant moth scared the crap out of me and made me feel ill. Horrible. You know what make you feel better? How about some zombie ass? Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Naked zombies. You could hear their footsteps. It was horrible. And then you see Annette again, and it looks like she's gone insane. Well, I don't blame her really. Everything's gone insane for her, including her kid going missing and husband going deranged. She gets smashed up by some debris that falls from the ceiling. You go over to her. Leon believes she's dead. She's not. And this is where you hear the best alarm in the world. You could play that anywhere to get people running out of a building. I may one day try that. That music really got you pumped and really made you want to get your ass moving. You then get to see Ada, and you get to see that she wasn't looking for a boyfriend. She was actually looking for a virus sample, which is a shame. Annette isn't dead and fires a bullet into her shoulder, which was horrible, thinking Ada's gonna die. They had something, Leon and Ada. I know it's a bit mushy, but you know what I mean. It just seemed like a good thing throughout all the madness. He then lets her go and you believe she's dead. And I think you know by now if she is or if she isn't. I just grew quite attached to these characters along the way. You would then set up your kit to get ready to fight the boss. Yeah, so you'd make your final save on the typewriter. And that's what you used to save, was a typewriter. So you'd get a timer, reminding me of the original demo I had. And you hear some crumbling on the ceiling. And I did not want to face this guy. I knew it was going to be a lot tougher. But with your big shotgun, customized Desert Eagle, you could take him down in not too many shots if you were careful. But then he could attack you. You didn't want to go too far because he would sort of mutate into this dog-like creature and he would jump about. So you want to keep as close as possible in a weird way without getting slapped up. And that's what I started to notice. I just played through a completely good story. It was like a movie, it felt like that. But I was taking part in it. I didn't love Resident Evil. I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. And it gave me a love for horror games. And believe me, I played this multiple times, seeing if I could complete it quicker. I played it with my dad more than anything. I think me and my dad played this game more than anything we ever played, including Street Fighter and Tomb Raider. So you took him out, the elevator arrived, you run to the final train to get yourself out of there. And it was a panic. If you didn't kill the boss fast, you didn't have a lot of time left. Claire almost gets crushed up by the train trying to call you. You manage to get on the train, and the end is nigh. Or should I say, isn't. Because little do you know is the first scenario is a part of a story. Just a part. You're seeing your side, you're seeing Leon's side. I didn't know at first that you'd be playing another side to a story, which was quite surprising. And I heard the grumble of the train thinking it was going to blow up. Is anything going to happen? Is this the real end? But something felt slightly strange. It didn't feel so worth it. Sure, I got through the game and killed a lot of zombies, Dobermans, crows, you name it. But it didn't feel complete to me. And I was trying to think why that was. I loved the game and everything, but thought, is that the ending? Really? Pop and it ends? Oh, what are they talking about here? Are they inkling onto a sequel? Or something else? Is this the end? I didn't know. I kept thinking something was going to jump through. And Leon, sadness for Ada. Is she dead? Or isn't she? Yeah, I didn't feel satisfied by that for some reason. Well, what I then thought is, okay, I've completed it with Leon. Now let's do the same thing with Claire. Thinking it was going to be exactly the same. Damn, was I wrong. Really wrong. And I was quite surprised too that at the beginning, I remembered you got separated through the car exploding with that truck. But I didn't know it would be sort of like a separate game. Like completely different. Although it was in the same locations, there was a lot of different ones. You took a completely different path. Maybe I forgot at that time, but I should have remembered. Come on, Alan, this was 2 discs. Try Claire's story. So, Claire arrives in the same location, looking for her brother. She walks in a diner as the place is completely deserted. She sees her first zombie and, cut to, you see Leon shooting that same zombie. And then you're at the opposite side. I thought it was a completely different game. I went through this door to discover, oh, that's that door where them zombies came after me. That's crazy. Oh, and do you remember the helicopter that you find all burnt out? Well, you get to see how that happened. Some stupid cop shooting his gun all over the place, shoots the pilot. That helicopter could have gone into some good use as well. Damn. Well, I couldn't expect anything on the other one. Everything was unpredictable, and now, by the looks of things, I was going to have that again. Going to open this door thinking, hold on, what the hell is that? A helicopter flying overhead with these tubes, these containers. I thought, what was in them? What? The T what? What was that? Who is that? What? Is that a man? Oh no. Some giant guy. He looked scary straight away. I didn't know what the hell he was. Debris crumbles next to the door so you can't get out, but you're trapped in and you see the Tyrant 103. I'm going to just refer to him as the Tyrant, and he was the most terrifying enemy on any game ever, for me anyway. You'd fire some bullets into him, he would drop, you'd collect some ammo, much needed in fact, and you would think that was it. Well, I didn't actually, and I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect this. He gets up straight away, and obviously I didn't want to run back in that room to fight him again, and I thought, what next? When is he going to come at me next? And there was a lot more jump scares this time round. I mean, seriously, things I didn't expect. And to me, the atmosphere seemed even more scary. I remember blowing up this door and seeing this sort of image on the wall, and is it me or was I going crazy, but did I see a scary face in that wall? I must have been completely creeped out to see that, but look. Do you think so? Maybe not. Maybe I am insane. You then get to meet the police chief, and he seems like he's out of his mind. The first thing he does is points a Desert Eagle at you, and he has a dead woman on his desk. The mayor's daughter. Oh, and I remember seeing this tiger, and I was terrified thinking it was going to come alive. Again, I didn't know what to expect. I slowly walked past it, seeing its face in another frame. Oh no, I just had to get out of there. You then meet up with Sherry, a little girl, William and Annette Birkin's daughter, in fact. Oh, that pendant, Sherry, if only you knew. You then get to even play as her. That is weird. No, the zombies don't bite you, but they spit stomach acid at you. That's just insane. And I remember trying to solve this lighter puzzle, just to get these flames ignited. You know, it was a little combination. So it was all calm, silent. I thought, okay, I've done it. And then that was the scariest thing in any game ever for me. That made me jump from one side of the room to the other and bounce off a wall. I was in a panic. I was trying to calm myself down. I was running in hysterics. I didn't know what to expect now, and I didn't want to play this game anymore. And then only bang again through another wall. I thought he was never going to stop, and he didn't. He let you know he wanted you dead. Or actually, he didn't let you know nothing. He didn't say anything, he didn't do anything, showed no signs of anger, was just crazy, insane, and he walked to kill you. Oh my god. It's bad enough as it is that I hardly had any ammo. Oh, the police chief again. Even more insane than he was before. And he has a torture chamber. What's going on here? I remember not liking him at all. He was a horrible person. He gets dragged to his death. And I thought to myself, oh, so I guess I best go down there. Only for another jump scare that sent me up in the sky. Love it. There was so many differences this time round, and fighting William Birkin, he grabbed a bar to whack you with, and you see him mutate before your eyes. He's insane, and he's a horrible guy. You think you had it tough with just a tyrant following you? Well, actually, even if you beat him, you still manage to see the tyrant is still looking for you. This guy don't quit. And that scary music and Sherry being all scared as well just made me even more scared. I think I was like Sherry. She gets sucked into this drain, and I can't say I was unhappy about that because she was a bit of a pain. And I remember running to get this key to get this cart going, and it was all good and everything until when I looked at the CCTV monitor. Again, you're cornered and you see the tyrant walking towards you. Why does he walk so slow? Come on, just get over with. Kill me, will you? And at this point I remember hardly having any ammo or health, and I thought, what's he gonna do? Oh, he smashes the camera. Great. So you then have to fight him again, and he was too much. I didn't want to play anymore. I just wanted to put it down and chill out. I just wish there was a way I could have stopped him at the time. And you think that's bad? I remember taking him out only to fight William Birkin again, and this time he mutates again. I mean, how much ammo do you expect I have? I guess I'll have to shoot you with a handgun, because I'm afraid that's all I've got. Then you see the tyrant is chasing after Sherry. He tries to throw a punch at a little girl. What a crazy nutcase. You then find out that Sherry's pendant contains the virus. And that's what the tyrant was after pretty much all along. So if you just gave that to him in the beginning, maybe it'd have left you alone. You throw it away down the lava and he follows it trying to catch it. And you think, finally, take that, bitch. And again, we go to a scene where there's a timer, like the demo. You have 5 minutes to get out of this place and get the train started. I thought, 5 minutes? Oh my god, that's not a long time. What do I do now? Where do I go? You'd get the power started for everything to all of a sudden switch off and you think, hold on a second. Oh no. Right where the lava is. He's back. He's bigger than ever. And he's mutated. I don't know about you, but this music sounded brilliant. Along with his scream. That's the first sound I've ever heard him make anyway. And I'll tell you something, he is so fast. I could never avoid him. I just never knew a pattern how to get away from him. But if you shoot a few acid grenades at him, you get a rocket launcher thrown to you by Ada Wong. Yeah, it's Ada Wong. She lived. It's now all forming a really good ending. Now it's starting to feel like a complete game. You get the rocket launcher and finally put an end to this bastard. Thank God for that. It shows you the rocket hitting him in a few angles, and that was a satisfying explosion. He's gone. He's now pieces on the floor. But you didn't have time to sit around looking at him. You had to get out of there still. And just when you thought it ended, you would hear another alarm. And I thought it was just going to be some really long cutscene. But no, you have to fight another boss. You have 2 minutes to do so as well. What the hell is this? Oh my god, this is the biggest mutation ever. This guy ain't quitting. You had to shoot him with everything you had left. And by this point, I think I had a rocket and a set of grenades with Claire, but not a lot. And I was really panicking that it was so big and I wouldn't be able to take it down. After shooting half a dozen grenades at the thing and a rocket, I managed to kill it. Well, I didn't kill it, I just slowed it down. And you're in a panic, you're rushing to get out of this place. It's about to explode. Not just this place, but so is the carriage. And it's still moving. So persistent. Well, you're almost home free. Yeah, come and get me, come on, try it. Yeah, the counter's down. Goodbye, mate. Yeah, such a satisfying explosion. There's quite a few of them in this game. So, there we have it. That was Resident Evil Disc 1 and 2, both scenarios. That was more like it, that was satisfying. And I had to say at this point, that was the best game I ever played. I remember saying that right around here. I said, this is the best game I've ever played. You know, I had some tissues with me as well. Oh, come on, Claire, you killjoy. I know you didn't find Chris, but at least you made it out alive. And then it cuts to, she's looking for a brother still, to the most satisfying credit music ever. Yeah, I love that. I've always have done. Bit cheesy to some people, but not to me, I love it. And if you played through the game under certain conditions, you would unlock super weapons, like the submachine gun and the Gatling gun and the rocket launcher. Yes, this is the best. Although slightly slow, it can pretty much kill anything. And it was so satisfying blowing up zombies with this. This is what I always wanted. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah. I think I ran around this entire game just to go through bosses when I had minimal ammo. Just wanted to just destroy everything. That was so satisfying. And you'd unlock these mini games. One was tofu. Yes, you'd play as a piece of tofu. I didn't like that one too much. But the fourth survivor playing as Hunk, that was my favourite. I did like that. You would play as Hunk for the first time and you would run through this game, this mini game in fact, and you had to be really careful. You hardly had any ammo and you'd find out straight away. You would first start shooting at everything to find you pretty much had to run past everything. And I was quite surprised how much they packed into this game. I know he only gets a helicopter ending, but he does make it out of there. His mission was complete. So that was quite satisfying, I enjoyed that. And there we have it, Resident Evil 2. One of my all-time favourite games and my favourite survival horror. It's the sole reason I play horror games now. I played every Resident Evil game since and played them to the extent where I've nearly done everything on them because I enjoy them so much. I even liked Operation Raccoon City because it did remind me of Resident Evil 2. There was a lot of references. And this game reminds me of playing it with my dad. I used to come home from school and he loved it as much as I did, so we'd always play it together. So there was so much I wanted to share with you and with everyone about this game. I wanted to tell of a time when gaming was new to me and horror games were new to me. I would have never have played this if I didn't try that demo, and I would have never liked Resident Evil if just that one time I decided, okay, I'll give it a go. Skipping the first game made Resident Evil 2 seem slightly pointless to me, so until then I just wouldn't touch it. And now Resident Evil 2 is one of my favourite franchises. It has been on the decline in recent years, but I still play them and give them a chance, as I still have a love for them, and I'm sure a lot of other Resident Evil fans do. Now I know that was a long video, but it would have been longer if I didn't trim it down. There was just a lot I wanted to show you, a lot of experiences, personal ones, and it was something I wanted to make for ages, but I knew it would take me long. Yeah, it took me 3 weeks to make this video, and I'm really happy that I managed to put the time and effort into making it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know your personal opinions about the game too, as I'd love to know. Anyway, I'll see you later.